It's day 24 of Black History Month. Today we'll be talking about one of the unsung heroes of the civil rights movement, Gloria Richardson. Now, Gloria was born in Baltimore, Maryland in 1922. She was the granddaughter of the first black city councilman in Maryland history. Now, Gloria was always known to have a big personality, and she went out into the world and started learning more about what it meant to fight for civil rights and what she valued and deemed as important. By the time she finished college and she came back home to Cambridge, she started getting more active in civil rights movements. She became a co-chair of the Nonviolence Committee. And while leading that committee, she learned that her fight wouldn't only be for desegregation, but equal economic opportunity for job employment, for things like healthcare, and much, much more. She also learned that while nonviolence was necessary in certain instances, she was not a nonviolent person herself, and she believed in self-defense. She had some famous quotes about defending herself. Like if somebody kicks in the doors and starts shooting, best believe Gloria was willing to bust back. Pause. Her fearlessness knew no bounds. Like one time at a protest when an officer was holding a bayonet gun and she started pushing it away, like imaged right here. At one point during the city council meeting, Bobby Kennedy offered up a local vote for desegregation. Like, hey, we'll have the city vote for desegregation. And I'm not going to lie, Gloria looked at him like, nah, she was like, yo, black people, sit this one out. We're not voting for this. We're not voting for this. A first-class citizen does not beg for freedom. Gloria was the person to go to in Maryland about any civil rights situations, whether it was sit-ins that were taking place, whether the freedom rides were coming through the city. And some of these things she butted heads with a lot of civil rights leaders that we know today, like MLK. Again, because she didn't look at everything from a nonviolent standpoint, even though she was the leader of the committee. But she was always active and always the go-to person and constantly involved. I mean, when there were riots that took place in Cambridge due to unfair and unequal treatment, and she was one of the signatories on a treaty of Cambridge that was brought up by Robert F. Kennedy. She was always involved. And this wasn't a smooth path, right? She butted heads with a lot of civil rights leaders that not only believed in nonviolent approaches, but like common gender roles. And if I'm being honest, blatant sexism and in the way that they looked at her, and they made her similar to when I was speaking about other people who advocated for self-defense. They get looked at as people who are seeking violence more so than defending themselves. But that couldn't be further from the truth. We need to remember Gloria Richardson in all her glorious glory. Till next time, I'm out of here.